I have traded for about 7 years. I've made millions of dollars in the process. I've never sold anything trading related. I've lived in 4 different countries, and I'm now just bought my dream house in Spain. What I'm about to do is rank every single influencer that you probably know so that you can have an idea of which people are trustworthy, right? Because 99% of people will try to scam you. So let's jump right into it. Okay, we have the D, C, B, A, and S tier. Down here, we have all the influencers. And yes, I probably have missed a few. But again, these are the influencers that I see most people talk about, okay? And you might recognize a face or two in here. So the first person we have to talk about is Mamba FX. Now, I don't know if any of you know Mamba FX, but I certainly do. In my opinion, this guy might be the biggest scammer of the entire industry. There's been multiple videos of people exposing his trading signal group, and what he does is quite funny, and I've seen so many people do the same thing. So what they do is simple. They put their take profit incredibly close to their entry, right? So typically you'll get a signal, it will say TP1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many take profit these people, give you. And this guy, right, his take profit 1 is like inches away from his break even. So 9 times out of 10, it's gonna hit TP1 because you're barely in profit. So more often than not, it's going to hit take profit 1 before you're even inside of the trade. And so that way he can market it as a profitable trade. So in my opinion, Mamba is going to go right into the D tier. Again, the only way that people are going to make it up this ladder is if they live trade. I mean, that's literally one of the only ways that they can prove that they're consistently profitable. So the next in line is FX Alex G, okay? And in my opinion, he is right next to Mamba. I mean, these guys could be brothers for all I know. These two are the faces of the Forex industry. I think FX Alex G got famous or at least, a lot of exposure from his $1 to $1 million challenge, which, I mean, if you fall for that, you pretty much ask for it yourself. Listen, gentlemen, again, I've nearly been in this industry for a decade. God knows how many times people have reached out to me about a marketing account from their own brokerage firm. So I can market their brokerage and they will just fund my account however many times I want, and it looked exactly like a real account. And I think FX Alex G owns his own broker, right? So he can make the statements that he wants, right? He can fund his live account with demo funds so it looks identical. And so this is what most people don't understand. Just because you get a broker statement doesn't mean that that person is profitable. In my opinion, this guy is going to go straight into the D tier. Now, as pure entertainment, I love Alex, right? This guy is funny. He knows exactly how to make content. He knows how to expose himself. And he's overall a great content creator, but as a trader, no way. He's going straight into D. The next in line is the Trading Geek, okay? And this guy has been around the industry for as long as I can remember. Now, to the naked eye, this guy might seem very innocent. He might seem like a fully profitable trader that you should definitely listen to. But a few years back, gentlemen, I remember a YouTube channel that exposed Brad, or whatever his name is, the Trading Geek, completely. You see, the Trading Geek, right? He was taking videos from other trading influencers and then he was copying them 1-to-1. I'm talking packaging, right? The title, the thumbnail, and even the entire script. What I think this guy did is quite literally download the transcript of somebody else's video and then read that as a script because the videos were quite literally identical. So again, the Trading Geek goes right next to the two others in the D tier. And yeah, I'm a very strict person, guys, but I've also been in this industry for very, very long. The next in line is Dodgy. Okay, Dodgy, I don't know, maybe some guys don't know him. He is in my opinion, a great trader. He's an ICT trader, the inversion fair value gap legend, as he calls himself. I think this guy is legit, and there's one specific reason why I think this guy's legit. I haven't actually seen that many payouts or anything from him specifically, but what I have seen is consistent live streaming. And if you live stream on a daily basis and you maintain a consistent amount of members within your group, well then, in my opinion, you're profitable, right? Because you wouldn't be able to maintain that many people at a time if you were an unprofitable trader. Nobody would want to pay for your live streams on a monthly basis if they were consistently losing money. And so in my opinion, this guy is, again, a profitable trader and somebody that I would listen to. Now, he's going in the A tier, and I'll explain why later. The next guy is probably the most famous guy on this entire list, right? And that is ICT himself. ICT, the inner circle trader, whatever you want to call him, right? The founder and creator of ICT concepts, right? The order block, the fair value gap, the liquidity concepts, and the market maker models, and everything. Now, again, I myself, right, I have studied this guy's concepts, and of course I've made my own systems, right, but they all originated from what this guy teaches. So in my opinion, he is a phenomenal teacher. Now, trading wise, no way. There are just too many examples of this guy trying to manipulate results and lying and all this nonsense, right? So as a an educator, I think he does a phenomenal job because, 99% of people watching this video have likely traded his, his concepts if they don't do it, as we speak. So when you talk about ICT as a creator, right, an educator, well, then again, he would make it into the S tier. But because I've seen him manipulate results, he's blown his Robin's Cup account twice publicly, he's going to have to go straight into the D tier because I simply haven't seen any proof that this guy can actually trade himself. Just like anywhere else in the world, right? Football trainers or soccer coaches, right? They are typically not as good as the players out on the field, right? They're good coaches, they're not good players. The same thing can be applied in trading, right? Trading is a very emotional game, but that doesn't mean you don't have the capabilities of explaining things in a manner so people understand it. And I think ICT has that. Next in line, we have a guy called Carmine Rosado, okay? Now, this guy might not be a person that everybody, who's watching this video will know about, but he is a person that trades order flow. Now, if you don't know, order flow trading, it's basically when you use footprint charts, order books, and, book maps. Carmine is, in my opinion, the godfather of, that trading strategy. And I know that he's had a so-called profitable trading group for quite a while with tremendous success from what I've heard. So again, I'm going to have to put Carmine in the A tier. I also like the fact that he's not trading what everybody else is trading. I like the fact that he's incorporating sort of an institutional approach and, a breath of fresh air, if you will, when it comes to the trading strategies in this industry. Now, the next guy is another ICT guy that a lot of you out there probably know. His name is Justin Werlin. Now, this guy messed up not too long ago. I think last week or a few weeks ago, he made a video where he basically said that he was unprofitable. And then later, he made a video saying that it was a joke. So that left a lot of people confused. But again, I think that Justin Werlin is a phenomenal trader. Why? Well, because of the same reasons as Dodgy, right? I think Justin Werlin has had his Discord community where he live streams, on a daily basis for a very, very, very long time. And again, in my opinion, if you are able to do that and consistently provide people with value, well, then again, you deserve to have a high ranking, right? Because nobody would pay for your service if you were just consistently losing money, right? So he's going up here into the A tier. TGR, okay? So this guy, the TikTok legend, the spammer, the shit poster, TJR, right? I know a lot of people love this guy for his boot camp that he did. Am I a fan of him? Not really. I think as a creator, he's phenomenal, right? So overall, attention-wise, and the way he presents himself is A tier, right? He knows exactly how to market. He knows how to grow. He knows how to basically make this younger generation like him. He understands, his audience and what his audience wants, and he provides it like no other. But when it comes to trading itself, I'm really not sure. I know he trades live in front of people, so that, puts plus signs on the scale. But overall, I would not put him near, Carmine, Dodgy, or Justin Werlin. So in my opinion, TGR is going to have to go into the B tier. The next guy is Trades by Psy. Okay, so he is, in my opinion, right next to Mamba and FXAlexG. And there's one specific reason for that. I'm pretty sure, now you can't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure Trades by Psy uses his own brokerage firm, right? Much like these two guys here. And so that's why he's able to pull these statements out of $3 million in profit. And again, I haven't seen anything from him. I haven't heard him live stream in front of anyone. I haven't heard any good things coming from other people about him. So again, I'm going to have to put this guy in the D tier next to all these other guys. Next in line, Warrior Trading. Now, this guy is the family of the trading industry, the family father of the trading industry. He's been around for years, right? Years and years. I think he's been around for as long as I have, actively making content, because I remember his videos when I just started trading. And, at surface level, he seems like a very honest and sweet person, but I know that there's some legal issues going on with Warrior Trading and some scams. So, because of that, I simply can't put him high. I also don't think that he trades live in front of anyone. So I just haven't seen any proof that this guy knows what he's talking about. Obviously, he's able to explain to people what to do. And I think his channel is primarily focused on beginners. So as an educator, I'm sure he does, a tremendous job. But as a trader himself, well, then I'm going to have to put him down here in the D tier as well. Next in line, we have Craig Percoco. Okay, Craig is a crypto trader. Now, again, in this tier list, we have stock traders, we have options traders, we have futures traders, we have crypto traders, we have forex traders, we have one person from every single market. Craig is a crypto trader, okay? And I have never heard anything bad about him. I'm quite sure he streams live in front of his community on a daily basis. And overall, I think he does a tremendous job. And I like his YouTube channel, right? I like his YouTube videos, very high quality, super nice. So I'm going to put him next to TGR in the B tier just because I haven't heard too much about Craig. I don't know anyone that's been inside of his community. I've never heard anyone come out of his community and talk about it. I just know that he trades live in front of them. And again, same analogy as with Justin and Dodgy, right? If, he wasn't providing actual value, well then, that would flop entirely. Next in line, we have Casper SMC. Now, I like Casper. I think Casper is a phenomenal trader. I think he shows the proof that he needs to. He trades live with his community. I don't know if it's on a daily basis. Again, I haven't actually been part of any of these guys' community. But as far as I am concerned, I think Casper SMC does a phenomenal job. And I've never really, seen or heard anything bad about him. So he's going right up here in the A tier. Next in line, we have Uma Ashraf. Okay, so this guy is probably the person that's been around the industry the longest out of anyone on this list. I remember him from way back, nearly 10 years ago. And pretty much the Iman Gadzhi of the trading industry. He used to be the face of the trading industry. Now he's taken a step back to focus on his software programs, TradeZella, the journaling app. But I don't think that Umar sells anything, and I'm not sure if he ever has. I remember some sort of stock course or stock group that he made, but that was like 8 years ago. I've seen live logins and statements from Charles Schwab, which is arguably the most regulated broker that you could ever have. So again, I'm going to have to put him up here in the A tier. Next in line is Trader Nick. Okay, Trader Nick might be somebody, if you're an intraday trader that's focused on Forex, futures, whatever it is that you're focused on, you might not know about this guy. But in my opinion, Trader Nick is a phenomenal trader. He is a macro trader. So from a higher time frame perspective, this guy's a swing trader. And in my opinion, this guy deserves to be in the S tier. I think he does a phenomenal job at explaining macroeconomics and connecting it to markets to the point where beginners can entirely understand it. I also think that he's made some great, public call outs in the past, and he's been very transparent with, his entire account. He's logged in multiple times, showed proof that, this is actually what I've made. And so in my opinion, this guy deserves to be in the S tier. And the next guy we have here is James Rich Young. Okay, he is a stock trader, and maybe some of you out there might not know him. I follow this guy on YouTube since he had about 2,000 subscribers years ago. And in my opinion, he's going right up here next to Nick, a phenomenal guy with tremendous amounts of proof that he is actually, walking the walk and not just talking the talk. So again, he also has a live mentorship that I've heard great things about, where he also walks, people through how to do it, and he trades live with these people for an entire month, I believe. And again, when you do that and there's positive feedback, well then chances are people found value within that, and he's done multiple, live logins. He is constantly doing these weekly trade recaps and live trading for an entire week on YouTube, showing proof of everything. So again, he deserves, in my opinion, to be in the S tier. Scarface Trades. I've heard some bad things about this guy. I haven't heard anything coming out of his community, but I have heard that he's been faking his results whenever he showed that publicly. So again, in my opinion, he is, he has to go to right next to, well, actually, I'll put him in C. He doesn't quite deserve to be up here with TGR and Craig, and I don't think he's as bad as, FXLXG or Mamba FX, so we're going to keep him here in this C tier. Next up, we have JCap. JCap is undeniable. I mean, he has, showed proof countless of times from prop firm payouts, and, in my opinion, he deserves to be up here in the A tier. Phenomenal trader, and there's proof in the pudding. Then we have Tory Trades, which is a controversial one. This is the infamous, well, famous or infamous, whatever you want to call it, trendline trader. Now, I've heard mixed reviews on this woman. I know that she has helped people understand trend lines, which I'm not sure how long that, takes. But whatever, I haven't heard anything about her. I haven't seen any broker statements. I haven't seen anything. Well, actually, that's a lie. I have seen a broker statement from her. But again, I don't know if that's manipulated or not. I'm going to put her in the B tier because I just haven't heard anything bad about her. Again, I can't flame someone for trading trend lines. That can work just like any other strategy. So again, a lot of people like to hate on her because she trades trend lines, and some people that are maybe less experienced, find that too easy to work, but that's just not the case. Actually, oftentimes it's the opposite. The easier it is, the more profitable it is, right? So I can't hate on her. I haven't heard a lot of stuff about her in general. Next up, we have Powell Trade. This guy, I think, is primarily on TikTok, but I've heard great things about. I actually haven't heard anything bad about this guy. So in my opinion, he deserves to get right up here in the A tier. People seem to love him. I don't know much about him, but from what I've heard, this guy's phenomenal. He knows what he's doing, and so he deserves to be up there with the rest. Last on the list is PB Trades. Now, this is two people. I remember seeing these people on TikTok when they were first blowing up, but I haven't actually seen them ever since. So, from what I've heard, people say the other guy, I don't know the name of these two people. The guy with the long hair from what I've heard, the guy who understands how to trade properly, and the other guy is more of a marketer from what I've heard. I'm not too sure where to place these guys. Again, people seem to be enjoying their Discord, so I think they will fit just in here, in the B tier with TGR, Craig, and Tori. So this is the final tier list. I'm quite happy with it, I would say. I don't think I want to switch anyone around. I think this is pretty accurate. Again, at all costs, you have to avoid anyone that sits in the D tier. I mean, guys, listen, if you're buying anything from any of these people, you are quite literally shooting yourself in the foot. And I would go as far as say that you deserve to lose money if you think that this guy transformed $1 into $1 million. Listen, I don't know what to tell you. If you want to believe these guys, then feel free to do so. I'm speaking from experience. Again, I've been in this, industry for very long. I have no reason to sit here and lie to you. This is the final tier list, and I'm happy with it. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this was pretty much a tier list to help you avoid the people that, in my opinion, anyone should avoid at all cost. Again, gentlemen, I have been doing this for nearly 8 years at this point. I've gone through all the people that have scammed me. I've gone through people that have, talked as if they were the greatest trader of all time. Then you've joined their program and it was just utterly dog water. I mean, a lot of people just don't deserve to spend money on something that, they're just essentially going to get no value out of. So again, this tier list reflects exactly that, if you ask me. And you can let me know in the comment section down below what you believe about this tier list. Would you have placed it any different? Maybe you think I'm tripping, or maybe you're on my side. Anyways, I appreciate every single one of you for watching this video. Please do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. If you do that, well, then I will make sure to answer you as soon as I possibly can. And without further ado, I will see each and every one of you in the next video.